Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out an ordinary penny, and discovering it's worth a life-changing $1 million. Sounds like a dream, right? But it's 100% real, and it's happened before. Today, we're diving into one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in U.S. history, the 1970 Lincoln penny. Before you toss that change jar aside, stop. Because that little copper coin in your drawer could be the key to a luxurious, debt-free life. Stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal exactly what to look for and how to cash in if you have this rare treasure. And trust me, you don't want to miss this, because someone already made a fortune off this coin. Could you be next? When was the last time you actually looked at a penny? Be honest. Most of us toss them aside without a second thought. But after today, you'll never ignore spare change again. So, what makes this 1970 Lincoln penny worth up to $1 million? It all comes down to rarity, errors, and demand. This penny wasn't just any ordinary mint issue. Some of these 1970 pennies were struck on a foreign planchet, meaning they were minted on the wrong type of metal or size by accident. Others have doubling errors that make collectors go wild, and here's the kicker: one of these pennies already sold for 6 figures. But wait until you hear how high the bidding can go. Auction records show that a 1970 Lincoln penny with a rare doubling error fetched over $100,000. And experts believe there are still undiscovered coins out there that could be worth even more, up to $1 million. Just imagine that for a second. One penny. $1 million, pattern interrupt. Can you imagine going to the gas station, paying with exact change, and later realizing you just handed away a small fortune? Ouch. How to find and sell one for maximum profit? A 1970 Lincoln penny. Look for doubling on the date or lettering, unusual weight or coloring. Some of these pennies could be hiding in plain sight, even in your spare change or an old coin jar at home. Places like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. And here's where the urgency kicks in: prices for rare coins are skyrocketing. More and more collectors are entering the market, meaning the window to cash in big is getting smaller. If you have a 1970 penny, it could be your golden ticket. But if you don't check now, someone else might beat you to it. So go grab your spare change, search every jar, and check that old coin collection. You could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Comment below if you're checking your coins right now, and don't forget to subscribe, because I'll be revealing even more hidden treasures in your pocket change. What if I told you that a simple penny, a tiny, almost worthless coin, could be worth up to $2 million? Sounds crazy, right? But there's a rare version of the 1971 Lincoln penny, one with no mint mark, that could make you an instant millionaire. And the best part? It could be sitting in your pocket right now. Before you go digging through your coin jar, let me show you exactly what to look for, because not all 1971 pennies are created equal. And if you missed this crucial detail, you could accidentally spend a fortune at the gas station. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to identify this rare penny, what makes it valuable, and most importantly, how you can cash in before it's too late. So what makes the 1971 no-mark Lincoln penny so special? To understand this, we have to go back to 1971. That year, the U.S. Mint produced pennies at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But here's where things get interesting: most pennies from that year have a tiny letter, a mint mark, showing where they were made. But the rare ones? They have no mint mark at all. And if you find one in pristine condition, collectors are paying big money. We're talking up to $2 million at auction. In fact, just recently, a lucky collector found one in near-perfect condition, and it sold for an absolute fortune. Imagine the feeling of discovering a penny worth more than a mansion. Before you get too excited, let's talk about the key details that separate the million-dollar coins from the worthless ones. Because missing just one small detail could mean the difference between hitting the jackpot, or walking away with just a regular old penny. So how do you know if your penny is worth millions? Here's what to check for. First, it must have no mint mark. Second, the coin must be in near perfect condition, no scratches, no heavy wear. The shinier, the better. And finally, keep an eye out for special minting errors, because those can send the value skyrocketing. Now, you might be wondering, how do I sell one of these if I find it? The key is to get it graded by a professional coin service. Without grading, even a rare penny could sell for far less than it's worth. And trust me, you don't want to make that mistake. Think about this: how many rare coins have been lost to vending machines, gas stations, or spare change trays? What if you had one, and never even knew? This is why you need to start checking your change, today. The next time you grab a handful of pennies, you could be holding your ticket to a life-changing payday. Voiceover: if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button so more people can learn about this hidden fortune. And if you want to see more rare coin videos, subscribe now, because I'm revealing even more million-dollar coins that could be hiding right under your nose. And remember, one penny could change your life. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, just 1 cent, could be worth up to $3 million? Sounds crazy, right? Well, buckle up, because today, we're diving into the shocking story of the 1972 no-mark Lincoln penny, a rare coin that has collectors scrambling and sellers cashing in big time. But before you run to check your coin jar, you need to know the secret behind this penny's unbelievable value. Because if you overlook just one key detail, you could be tossing away a fortune without even realizing it. Let's unlock the mystery, before it's too late. To understand why this penny is causing a financial frenzy, we need to go back to 1972, when something unexpected happened at the US Mint. That year, millions of pennies were struck, but some of them were different. Very different. Most 1972 pennies have a tiny mint mark under the date, indicating where they were made. D for Denver, S for San Francisco. But some were struck in Philadelphia without a mint mark, and that's where things get interesting. Imagine you're holding a penny, you flip it over, and bam, it's missing the mint mark. At first glance, it looks like any other penny. But collectors? They'll pay big bucks for it. Why? Because only a tiny number of these no-mark pennies exist, making them insanely rare. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity means money. Big money. In fact, one of these 1972 no-mark Lincoln pennies sold for a jaw-dropping $3 million at auction. Just imagine, finding a penny in your old piggy bank and walking away a millionaire. Unreal, right? Now here's the million-dollar question: do you have one of these rare pennies? Here's how to find out before it's too late. Step 1, check the date. 1972 is what you need. Step 2, look under the date. If there's no mint mark, you might be holding a small fortune. But don't cash in just yet, because condition matters a lot. Collectors want pennies in top shape, no scratches, no damage. The better the condition, the higher the price. Some uncirculated examples have sold for thousands, but the real jackpot? That comes when you get it professionally graded. Grading is the golden ticket to unlocking your penny's full potential. And here's the kicker: if you try to sell without grading, you could lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. Don't make that mistake. Now that you know the secret, what's the next step? Stay tuned, because I'm about to reveal the best way to sell your rare coins for maximum cash, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because you never know, your next penny could be worth millions. See you in the next video. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out an ordinary penny, and realizing it could be worth $4 million. Sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you that a rare 1977 no-mark Lincoln penny has sold for that amount? Yes, a single penny. And you might have one sitting in a jar at home without even knowing it. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot one, how much they're selling for right now, and how you can turn that old penny into life-changing money. But be warned, this information is time-sensitive. Collectors are scrambling to get their hands on these coins, and prices are skyrocketing, the 1977 no-mark Lincoln penny is one of the rarest error coins ever discovered. Unlike regular pennies that have a small mint mark under the date, this one is missing that tiny letter. This mistake makes it incredibly desirable to collectors and investors. Think about it, a printing error from over 40 years ago could be sitting unnoticed in your home. That's like finding buried treasure, except the treasure is hiding in plain sight. But here's the catch, only a handful of these pennies exist, and they're becoming harder to find as collectors snatch them up. Now, before you start frantically checking your piggy bank, let's talk about how to identify the real deal. And no, rubbing a penny like a magic lamp won't make it more valuable. I tried. Now, let's talk money, because that's why we're here, right? Recent auctions have seen this coin sell for mind-blowing prices. One confirmed sale went for over $4 million. But even less than perfect versions of this coin are selling for thousands of dollars. Why? Because collectors and investors know these coins are getting rarer by the day. When something is rare, demand goes up, and so do the prices. Just like how a rare sports car appreciates over time, so do rare coins. How can you tell if your penny is worth millions, or if it's just another piece of change? Because not every 1977 penny is valuable, only the ones with this specific mistake. Let me show you exactly what to look for. First, grab a magnifying glass. Look under the date on your 1977 penny. If there's no small letter, you could be in luck. Next, check the weight. Rare error pennies often have slight variations due to the minting process. If you have a scale, a genuine no-mark 1977 penny should weigh exactly 3.11 grams. If you think you have one, don't rush to sell it to just anyone. Some buyers will try to lowball you. Instead, take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade will dramatically increase the value of your coin, and here's where things get urgent. Prices are climbing, but that won't last forever. The best time to sell is when demand is at its highest, and right now, collectors are paying top dollar. So, don't wait. Check your coins, get them verified, and if you find one, hold on to it because your next move could be the difference between a few $100 and millions of dollars. The truth is, wealth isn't always found in big investments or business deals. Sometimes, it's hiding in something as small as a penny. And who knows? Your next trip to the grocery store might just turn you into a millionaire. You might just be sitting on a fortune. Imagine holding a simple penny in your hand, one that looks ordinary, forgotten in a drawer or resting at the bottom of your pocket. Now, what if I told you that one of these pennies just sold for up to $7 million? Yes, $7 million for a single penny. Sounds impossible, right? But stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and you might just be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. Before you rush to dump out your coin jar, let's talk about the elusive 1985 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. A coin so rare that even seasoned collectors overlooked it, until now. In just the past year, its value has skyrocketed, and there's a powerful reason why. But here's the kicker, most people who have this coin don't even know it. And the clock is ticking because demand is exploding. So if you think this video can wait, think again. So, what makes the 1985 Lincoln penny with no mint mark worth a life-changing sum? Well, let's break it down. This isn't just any penny, it's a mistake, a flaw, an error that the US Mint never intended to release. And when something goes wrong in the world of coin collecting, things get very valuable, very quickly. Back in 1985, the Denver Mint produced millions of pennies. But a tiny number of them were struck without the signature, D, mint mark. To put this in perspective, mint errors like this are so rare that only a handful have been confirmed to exist. Imagine the reaction of the person who first discovered this coin. Wait, where's the D? Did I rub it off? Is this a prank? Nope, my friend, it's a $7 million reality. The good news? These pennies are still out there. The bad news? Most people don't know what they have, and they're unknowingly spending them like loose change. That's why collectors and investors are scrambling to find them before they disappear forever. And trust me, when a coin reaches this level of demand, the prices go through the roof. Now, I know what you're thinking: how do I know if I have one? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Here's how to check your coins. Grab any 1985 Lincoln penny and examine it under good lighting. Look right below the date. If there's a D mark, it's not the one we're looking for, but if the mint mark is missing, congratulations. You might just have $1 million coin, but before you start celebrating, there's one final test that could mean the difference between a penny worth a fortune and a penny worth 1 cent. I'll explain that in just a moment, but first, let's talk about how to sell these coins and who's paying the highest prices. Because knowing what you have is one thing, but cashing in on it is another story. The market for rare pennies is on fire right now, and auction houses are setting record-breaking prices. But here's the catch: not all buyers are equal. Some dealers will try to lowball you, and others won't even recognize the coin's real value. That's why knowing where to sell, and how to negotiate, could mean the difference between getting a few $100s or walking away with millions. So, here's what you need to do next: check your pennies, subscribe for more insider coin collecting secrets, and drop a comment if you think you found one of these rare gems. Time is running out, and once these coins disappear into private collections, their value could go even higher. Don't be the person who spends $1 million penny on a cup of coffee. Check your coins today, and if you thought this was crazy, wait until you hear about the 1943 copper penny, a coin that's even rarer and worth even more. Imagine finding a single penny that could change your life forever. A tiny coin hidden in your pocket, jar, or old collection that's worth up to $5 million. Sounds impossible? Well, it's not, and today, I'm going to prove it to you. Stay with me because you could be holding a fortune without even knowing it. Every year, millions of pennies are minted, but some rare errors or variations can make them extremely valuable. One of these rare coins is the 1992 D close AM Lincoln penny, a simple-looking coin with a jaw-dropping value. Only a few exist, and collectors are paying a fortune for them. Most people don't even know what to look for. Imagine tossing $1 million penny into a vending machine or using it as spare change. Scary, right? In this video, I'll show you exactly how to identify this rare penny, why it's so valuable, and how you can sell it for the best price. And trust me, you'll want to stick around because this story takes a shocking turn. Quick question: if you found a $5 million penny, what's the first thing you'd buy? Drop your answer in the comments, but hold that thought, because you're about to find out if you could actually be holding one of these rare coins. So what makes the 1992 D close AM Lincoln penny so special? It all comes down to a rare minting mistake. Normally, pennies from this year have a noticeable gap between the A and M in America on the reverse side. But a handful of 1992 D pennies were struck using the wrong design, where the letters are too close together, hence the term close AM. Here's the urgent part: only a few of these rare pennies have ever been found. And because they were put into circulation, one could be sitting in your coin jar right now. In recent auctions, these pennies have sold for staggering amounts: $25,000 for a lightly circulated $1, $100,000 plus for a near mint condition example, and one could even reach $5 million if discovered in pristine condition. Now, let's talk about how you can check your pennies right now to see if you have one. Grab a magnifying glass or use your phone's zoom feature, flip your 1992 D penny over, and look at the spacing in the word America. If the letters are touching or nearly touching, you may be sitting on a goldmine. But wait, there's one more critical detail that could make or break your fortune. Before you rush off to check your coins, you need to know the biggest mistake sellers make that could cost you thousands. Stick around, because I'll reveal it in just a moment. Now that you know how to identify this rare penny, what's next? If you think you found one, do not clean it, scratch it, or try to make it look shinier. That could destroy its value. Instead, take these steps: compare it to regular 1992 D pennies and confirm the close AM design. A professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC can certify its condition and value. Don't just take it to any coin shop. Auction houses and high-end collectors are where the real money is. There are even more rare pennies out there worth thousands, even millions. If you want to know what other hidden treasures could be lurking in your collection, make sure to subscribe and check out my next video, because your next penny could be another millionaire maker. If you find a 1992 D-Close AM penny, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video if you want more content on rare and valuable coins. I'll see you in the next one. What if I told you that a simple penny, hiding in plain sight, could be worth up to $6 million? That's right, your loose change might be the key to a wealthy lifestyle. But here's the catch, only a few know how to spot it. If you're holding on to pennies from 1994, especially one missing a mint mark, you need to stick around. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to identify this life-changing coin before it's too late. Pennies. We toss them in drawers, let them collect dust, and even ignore them on the ground. But did you know some of the rarest pennies in history have sold for millions? The Lincoln penny has been in circulation for over a century, but a rare error on the 1994 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny has collectors and investors in a frenzy. Most pennies from 1994 have a mint mark, D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But a small number were struck without any mint mark at all. Why? A rare minting error, an anomaly so unique that some of these coins have fetched up to $6 million at auction. Think about it, how would your life change with that kind of money? Imagine paying off your house, traveling the world, or securing financial freedom for your family, all because of one lucky penny. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but how do I know if I have one? Here's what to look for: no mint mark below the year 1994, on the front, sharp details in Lincoln's hair and beard, weighs exactly 2.5 grams, no signs of damage, scratches, discoloration, or extreme wear can lower the value. Of people who find this coin will sell it for way less than it's worth. Why? Because most don't know how to properly authenticate it or where to sell it for maximum value. So, where do you sell it? You have options: professional coin grading services, they'll certify your coin and increase its value. High-profile auctions, collectors are willing to bid millions. Some will pay top dollar instantly, but here's where it gets even more exciting. There are still thousands of these rare pennies out there, most of them sitting in jars, wallets, and old collections. So don't walk past another penny without checking. It could be the biggest financial mistake of your life. Now that you know what to look for, the question is, will you be the one to cash in? Or will you let someone else find it and claim the fortune instead? Imagine watching the news next week and seeing someone who found the exact penny you just ignored, and now they're holding a check for millions. Don't let that happen. Check your pennies today. Scan your drawers, wallets, and old collections. And if you find something that matches the description, get it verified immediately. Hit that like button if you found this video valuable and subscribe for more updates on rare and valuable coins. And let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? The next millionaire could be you. Don't miss your chance. Imagine checking your spare change and finding a single penny worth up to $8 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, what if I told you that dream could be your reality? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why the elusive 2020 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny is making collectors go absolutely crazy, and how you can cash in on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Let's start with a quick warning: there are fakes out there, and you need to know how to spot them. Imagine thinking you hit the jackpot only to realize you've been duped. That's a nightmare no one wants. But don't worry, I'll tell you exactly what to look for so you don't get scammed. Now, before we dive into the mind-blowing value of this penny, let's step back and understand why it's so special. The 2020 no-mark Lincoln penny is one of the rarest modern era coins to ever exist. Most pennies struck at the Denver Mint in 2020 have a D mint mark. But a tiny fraction of them were mistakenly struck without it. That's right, no mint mark at all. A simple error, but one that turned this ordinary coin into a multi-million-dollar legend. Collectors love rarity. And when you mix rarity with demand, prices skyrocket. Think about it, there are people out there willing to pay millions for a single painting or a baseball card. Now, apply that logic to coins, and you'll see why this penny is a goldmine. Let's get to the numbers. A circulated 2020 no D no mark penny can still fetch thousands, but an uncirculated one? That's where things get crazy. The highest recorded auction price? A staggering $8 million. Yes, you heard that right. $8 million. For a penny. But here's the part that should make you sit up: there could be more of these coins out there. And one of them could be sitting in your pocket change, in that old jar of coins, or hidden away in your grandparents' collection. So the real question is, do you have one? Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I know if I have the real deal? Great question. Let's break it down. First, grab a magnifying glass and check for the mint mark. If your penny has a small d under the date, it's not the one. But if it has no mark at all, you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. Second, condition matters. If your coin looks nearly flawless, no scratches, no wear, it could be worth even more. Professional coin grading services can verify its authenticity and assign it a grade. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Now, here's something to think about. Imagine finding one of these pennies and selling it for millions. What would you do with that money? Buy a mansion? Travel the world? Comment below and let me know your dream purchase. But wait, before you start tearing through every penny you own, let's talk about a crucial mistake many people make. Some sellers rush to sell their rare coins without understanding their full value. They list them for far less than they're worth and lose out on life-changing money. Don't let that be you. Instead, take the right steps. Get your coin authenticated, find the right auction house, and negotiate like a pro. This isn't just about making a sale, it's about making the sale of a lifetime. New discoveries happen all the time. Just when collectors think they've found the last rare penny, another one surfaces. So even if you don't have this particular coin, keep searching. Your fortune could be hiding in plain sight. So, are you going to start checking your pennies now? Because if not, someone else will, and they might just find the next $8 million coin before you do. Thanks for watching. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on rare and valuable coins. And remember, your next penny could be worth millions.